Welcome back, YouTube, to another video. Today we're gonna watch every way to cook a steak because your girl does not know how to cook, but I want to learn how to cook a steak. So maybe one day I can cook a steak and show y'all.
Welcome back to GugaFoods. My name is Guga, and today I'm exploring almost every way to cook a steak.
What is this? Why is the steak in the freezer, first of all, sir? The freezer... Oh, wait, it's in a box. My dumbass. My dumbass just came into a box. As possible,
I got the steaks from the same supplier. All of them have the same grading, which my supplier calls them premium. They are basically a choice steak with a better marbling.
Wait, there's two steaks that are brown and everything else is red. Does that mean that's a bad steak? Do you see this? This is a brown steak. This is a brown steak. Freezing meat helps them stay good for longer. Oh, okay. Gotcha. It's oxidized. Oh, it's oxidized.
Score. So let's get started. Almost every way to cook a steak. If you are unfamiliar with a ribeye, this is what it looks like. There's always a cap which covers the eye. The cap is one of the most flavorful pieces of meat in the cow. I season most steaks with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And for most steaks, I let it rest for at least an hour so that the salt can penetrate deeply into the meat. The pan-seared steak.
Penetrate. Penetrate.
And with some high heat oil, I'm using avocado oil. Bring it to medium-high heat and sear the steak until you get a nice, beautiful golden color.
Oh yeah, the classic way.
Times as necessary.
The classic way to cook
will keep it from burning. And instead of getting black char, you will get that beautiful Maillard reaction.
It looks so juicy. Oh, look at all the juice just pouring down.
So
look
flip
at that.
As many times as necessary.
Once
you reach your desired color, set your stove to low heat.
Is Saf trying to cook a steak?
Throw in some aromatics.
Possibly. I'm trying to learn how to cook in general. I do not know how to cook. All I have is an air fryer, and I just throw stuff in there and then pretend I know how to cook.
I'm using garlic and rosemary. You can use thyme or many other things. As the butter is
melted,
you will deglaze the pan. And using a spoon, you want to keep basting the steak. This will make your steak a lot more flavorful. You want to keep
Guys, don't make this mistake. Don't forget to baste your steak.
Until you reach an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. As you would expect,
good.
This is a perfect
juicy.
Way to cook a steak. The flavor developed by the butter and the rosemary.
Oh my god, I love the fatty parts. I'm gonna be honest. I like the fatty parts. The one he just cut and he's about to shove it in his mouth. It's so good.
Mary is amazing. To say the steak is juicy is an understatement. It is literally mouth-watering. And the best part, anyone can do this.
Look at that! Look at that marbling, bro. Juicy steak.
This is an amazing way to cook a steak. The dishwasher steak.
Delicious.
After seasoning it, put it on a vacuum bag.
Did he say dishwasher steak? What the fuck?
Open up your dishwasher and make sure there's no dirty dishes.
Ew, what the fuck? Why are you putting your steak in the dishwasher? No, this is not it. This is not it.
Put it to start and let it wash for a full cycle. Now, I gotta be honest. As soon as I removed the steak from the bag, it looked exactly like a sous vide steak. So I couldn't help myself but to slice it open. And as I did...
That is not juicy. It's for the taste. It's for the taste. It's in a vacuum bag, so it's safe. No, it's a dishwasher steak. That's not juicy. That's like human meat sickle. I don't know. What the fuck is this step? Literally.
It is
Why is he doing
like a sous vide
this?
Steak. It is perfectly cooked from edge to edge. Obviously,
it's not
just like
perfectly
a sous vide steak,
cooked.
There's no crust. But we can fix that real quick. Once that
add the
beautiful
crust
was put on the steak,
now that's a juicy steak. Look at how juicy that is.
I quickly sliced it open, and oh boy.
Oh, it's so good.
This is a sous vide steak.
Oh, it's so good.
It is perfectly cooked.
Oh, it looks so delicious.
This steak is amazing.
Oh, I would eat that.
And I know it's hard to believe, but it is exactly like a sous vide steak.
Oh my god, that
juicy,
looks so good.
Tender,
but it's still cooked in the dishwasher. Why would you do that? Ew. know about y'all, but like I keep my dishes in the dishwasher and I don't really clean them unless I need to. He got straight food ads, perfect timing.
Flavorful, and we could not stop eating it. If I blindfold you and give you this in a restaurant, you would say it was a sous vide steak.
It's a sous vide steak. No way.
Is a great way to cook a steak.
Dishwasher
the front
steak.
seared steak. Get your charcoal real hot and sear in both sides.
Ooh.
The trick here is to keep flipping. You don't want it to burn. What you're looking for is a nice golden brown color in both sides.
Yeah, I think people make the mistake of like frying or burning the steak on the pit, and then it's like, here you go, have the steak, and then I can't eat it anymore.
Sides. Once you're happy with both sides, remove it from the heat and cook it at 225 degrees Fahrenheit until you reach an internal temperature of 135. As soon as I slice it up,
that is even more juicier.
This is an amazing way to cook a steak. It is juicy and tender. The crust is incredible. And as you can see, we don't have a big gray band. This
Boys, are we hungry or what?
is an amazing steak. And that's the reason most people in the world
What beverage would you have?
The baked steak.
Root beer. I feel like with the steak, you gotta go with the classics, like vanilla cola, root beer, all of the above. Dr. Pepper.
Set your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit in the bake setting and let it preheat. With a tray and your cooling rack, add your seasoned steak to the oven and let it cook for 30 minutes. This is just like the reverse seared method on the grill. As you can see, it was perfectly cooked, edge to edge.
It looks dry. Band-Aids, it looks dry, does it not?
Perfection medium rare, but there is no crust. So just like a sous vide steak or the dishwasher steak, we have to put a crust on it.
Yeah, you gotta put a crust on it. It's not that good.
It is juicy, it's tender, but it's missing
something.
Do
not cook food in your dishwasher, literally.
As I slice it open now, you can tell the difference.
It still looks dry. I'm sorry.
Much better steak.
I know I see the juices, but it's just, I don't like the baked oven style of cooking.
That's what I'm talking about. The deep fried steak. Fill up the pot with canola oil and bring it to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Get your perfectly seasoned steak and throw it in there. After 7 minutes, take it out.
Wait, what is he doing? Deep frying it?
Probably one of the most beautiful crust ever on a steak.
I mean, this could go hit or miss, but I feel like it's still not right.
And it's kind of crunchy and hard to cut. But as soon as I slice it open, it is juicy.
He says it's juicy, but like it's because of the oil, bro. The oil is making it juicy. Otherwise, it's not juicy, bro.
Very juicy. And you might think that the steak is oily and it tastes terrible, but it doesn't. This same day, I have quite a few people in my house and we all tried it. Good. And it is a wonderful steak. As you can see, perfect.
Okay, but that's a... That's a lot of grease for a steak. That ain't it. That's not juice. That's oil. That's straight up oil. You're consuming cholesterol.
Cooked medium rare. Yeah, the edges has a little bit of brown, but the crust is just incredible.
The crust is pretty good, but it's straight up like a fried chicken steak.
Explain. And to be honest, everyone that tried the steak wanted more. So I had to end up cooking 3 more after this. This is a great way to cook a steak. Everyone wanted more and more. It is wonderful. This is one of those steaks that you don't want to stop.
They want a deep fried steak of all. The first steak looked better.
Stop eating. I know it sounds weird because deep fried steak, but man, it was good. It was real good. The air fryer steak. Heat up your air fryer.
Now this is where this is the part I'm a king of. I'm so good at air frying, guys. You just throw it in the air fryer and bam, it cooks.
Once it gives you okay, open it up and throw in the steak.
Do not underestimate the deep fryer.
Once that was up, my steak was ready. As I sliced the steak, as you can see, it was cooked unevenly. But as I try it, it tastes okay. It's not an amazing steak, but it's okay. It is missing a crust.
Steak.
It's also not that
Maybe
tender.
I should try cooking steak in the air fryer, chat. What do you think? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? It's not that. It could be a game changer, okay? There's actually a way to air fry steak perfectly. How?
Great way to cook a steak. To fix it, I took my flamethrower and put some heat on it.
Oh, there you go. All he has to do is get the flamethrower. Guys, do not put me next to a flamethrower. That's how I would injure myself. I am not good with flames. That's why I need an induction, a hot plate that has induction, like, part. Because, like, I am not good with heat.
I slice that up and give it a try. It is much better. Oh yeah, it's
Oh
fixed.
my God.
This method works, but it's not the best.
Thank you
The
for
caveman
the
steak.
flavors.
Set up big lumps of charcoal
Caveman
and light
steak?
up your
The fuck
fire.
is this?
With this method, you really want your charcoals to be white. Once that's done, just add your steak
Oh, I've
directly
seen
into the
this on
charcoal.
TikTok.
As the
You know
steak
those guys on TikTok that like they're like out in nature and they're like cooking their steak in like wooden utensils and stuff like that. That's what this steak is.
touch
The best
charcoal,
way.
you
This
will
is like the
immediately
caveman
cool it
way.
down. It is normal for the edges to burn. That
This
fat
looks
is facing
good,
direct
low-key.
heat all the time.
I
want
want to see how juicy it is though. It's looking pretty dry right now.
After 15 minutes,
It's
ready.
looking
Once I
really
slice
dry
it
right
open,
now.
This method works. It doesn't cook the steak evenly, as some part of the charcoals are hotter than others. But at the same time, it gives a very unique flavor to your steak. The char flavor is
Ooh.
intense, in a good way. Still extremely
Char
juicy and a
flavor.
very flavorful steak. This is a great
Me
way to
plus this
experience a nice
flamethrower,
steak.
yep,
And if you
it's
have never done
chaos.
it, you should try it. Just make sure you
It
get
looks
lumped
good.
charcoal.
I
Do
would
not
try
use
it. I like
briquettes.
charcoal
If you do, instead
flavor
of eating steaks,
sometimes,
you're
but
gonna
not
eat
too
ash.
much.
The panini press
I
steak.
think it would get the taste would get really old pretty quickly. That's why I wouldn't trust the charcoal method.
Or George Foreman
Panini?
steak. Season your steak,
What
throw
the
it in,
fuck?
and let it cook for 8 minutes. After 8 minutes,
Who
your
is
steak
cooking their
ready.
steak
And as
in
I'm
a
slicing the
panini?
steak, as you can see, it's unevenly cooked. The cap
Who
is
is
completely
cooking their
overcooked,
steak in a
but as I'm
panini
tasting
press?
it's alright. It's not amazing, it's not great, it's not wonderful. It is not a great way to cook a steak, but it does the job. It cooks it
Oh
fast,
my God.
convenient, and if you're somewhere that you don't have access to a stove or a grill, this will do the job. The boiled steak. Bring your pot to a boil.
Oh,
and throw the
hell no! Heck no! No! Not the boiled steak! Not the boiled steak! Ew! Panini press, then we go to boil.
steak in there.
Bruh.
Once the temperature of 125 degrees Fahrenheit has been reached, remove the steak. As it
Oh
comes
my
out of
god!
the water,
Look
it
at that! Moisturized beef! Look at the British way of cooking steak, guys. The British way. Brother, this is a great it looks like a rat. Oh my
not look very
god.
appetizing. And when I slice it up, as
No!
you can see, it's quite rare.
What?
Still gonna give it a go and see how it
Ew.
tastes. And as you would expect, it is not good.
It
There's
is
much
not
flavor.
good,
All
it's
the seasoning has been
terrible.
washed out. It's still juicy and tender, believe it or not. But there is
No,
zero flavor
the
on
ball
steak.
nut,
It is
the ball
also
nut
very
way of cooking
unappetizing to
steak.
eat. It needs a crust
This is
and more
terrible.
seasoning. It can still be saved. Pan fry in a
At
hot
least cut
skillet
in
with
thin
oil, throw
slices,
in a
bro.
big chunk of butter,
Not,
baste it as
nothing can save you from boiling a steak. Don't even think about boiling a steak. It's not good. It's not good.
much as you can, and infuse the butter into the steak. When I brought it to the cutting board and I
Steak is
sliced it up,
supposed to be eaten rare. Yeah, but not boiled in water.
oh yes, now
This
we're
is
talking.
terrible.
Juicy, tender.
Wait, what is
Or
this
then I sliced
method?
it as much as you can. Pan fry it in a hot season to eat. It
Okay,
needs a
so
crust
he
and more
pan fried
seasoning.
it?
It can still
Bro,
be
then
saved.
that just takes away from the concept of 21 ways to cook your meat.
Pan fry it in a hot skillet with oil. Throw in a big chunk of butter, baste it as much as you can, and infuse the
So
butter
he's trying to
into the
bring
steak.
back some
when I brought
life
it to
into
the
the
cutting board and I
steak.
sliced it up, oh yes, now we're talking. Juicy.
So he boiled the steak and then he just pan fried it. At that point, you could have just pan fried the steak. Boiling is not a way to cook steak.
Tender. It's missing a little bit of
It's
salt,
not
but that can be
good.
adjusted. It is now a good steak.
Oh
The smoked steak. Set your smoker to the highest
Ooh,
setting
this
and let
one
it
might
smoke
be
until
really
you reach an
good.
internal
This one might
temperature of
be good.
135 degrees Fahrenheit. And as you can see, it does not have a crust, but it's perfectly cooked.
Yeah,
and as I take a bite, it is a
look
very
at that. That's the
wonderful
normal steak we like
Smoky
here.
flavor, even the juiciness from the steak has
Dude is
smoke.
overcomplicating it. Literally, boiling a steak
it tastes
and then
completely different than charcoal.
frying
I wouldn't
it.
mind putting a nice crust on it, but it's so delicious that it was not necessary. I ended
yeah,
up
it's not
eating the steak
necessary,
all by
duh.
myself. I didn't even care about the crust. The
Oh,
flavor
it's
was
so
amazing.
good.
The butter steak. Melt 4 sticks of butter and
Butter
set your
steak.
stove to medium-low heat. Throw
bro is eating another thing of high cholesterol.
in your seasoned steak and let it cook.
Who
in
am I to
butter.
judge?
It has
I
a
do the
nice
same
butter
thing. I
smell
eat
that you
Chick-fil-A.
expect it to be wonderful.
I had
And just
Chick-fil-A
like if
today.
it's not enough butter, base
Dude,
it
that's a shit ton of cholesterol. Bro, what the? Oh my god.
a little bit more.
Crab Daddy, thank you for the super chat. I love you too. Thank you.
Once it's cooked to an internal temperature of 135
Oh my
degrees
God.
Fahrenheit, your steak is ready.
Cholesterol
And there we have it, the butter poached
Heart
steak.
attack
Not as
steak.
great looking as you thought, huh?
Ew.
As you can see, there's no crust at all. It just
Yeah.
looks nasty.
It
But I gotta
is.
tell you, it smells good. So we're gonna slice it open and see how we did. And as I'm tasting the steak, oh boy, there's no flavor. The butter has completely washed out all the flavor from the steak.
You know,
I'm trying another
cholesterol
piece here to see if there's any
steak.
flavor. There's no flavor.
This is nasty.
It's edible, but it's not
Not
good.
it.
This is just a
This is not
terrible way
it.
to cook
This
a
is
steak
not
and a
it.
Huge waste of butter. Hashtag save the butter.
Yeah,
The
poor
broiled
butter.
steak.
That's like 4 pounds of butter gone.
Set up a baking sheet with a cooling rack and
What is
add
this,
your seasoned
broiled?
steak.
What's
Heat up the
broiled?
oven in the broil setting.
Guys,
Put the
what
rack
is
of the oven
broiled?
as close as possible to the heating element.
That looks
Add your
pretty
steak and
gross.
close
It
the
is
door.
pretty
Keep an eye on
gross.
it and flip as many times as necessary. I
Oh,
did it
hell
4
yeah.
times. After 8 minutes of flipping, my steak was cooked. As you can see,
Flipping.
it did not get a good crust.
Oh, it looks so dry. It's not it. This is not it. It's basically air fried. Oh, broiled is air fried. It looks so dry. Broiling uses a heating element in the top of the oven as opposed to the one on the bottom. Oh, okay. No way someone cooks steak like that and says, oh yeah, that's the stuff.
The fat is
Oh, yeah,
burnt,
that's
but
the
there's
stuff.
Zero browning. It just looks horrible. My oven is just not powerful enough. As I
No,
slice it
it's
open,
so
it looks
dry
good, but as you can
inside.
see,
Look at
the
that.
edges and the cap are cooked unevenly. But as I taste the
Ew.
steak, yeah, it's missing a crust.
It's yeah,
not
it needs a
great
crust.
steak.
Oh, he's gonna
So I
put
got
it in
my
the pan.
flamethrower
Oh,
and
he's
put
gonna
it to
use it.
work.
I
Once
told
now-
you this man just uses his flamethrower to fix anything. First it was the freaking boiled steak, and now he's using it on the broiled steak.
It's done. I sliced it open. Got a piece.
like-
Oh yes,
it's
much
like you
better.
couldn't
Now
just
it even
boiled
tastes
it,
like
like,
charcoal.
fried
a little
it.
bit of that char
I don't know,
made all the
man.
difference in the world. Broiled steak, not that good. You're better off making it in the pan. The current
Yeah, just make it in the pan, bro. Why is there 25 ways to cook steak? Oh my god.
Asian steak. Wrap your
What is
seasoned
this,
steak
Guy
in
Fieri?
aluminum foil. Make sure
Yeah.
to wrap it several times. You don't want
What
fumes
is this?
from the car. into your
What is
steak.
this? What is this? Aluminum car engine? He's using a fucking car engine?
Pop up the hood and add your steak to your engine.
Oh,
Make sure you put it in a place that it's not going to fall off.
Oh,
Close
stop.
the hood and either leave your car on for a few hours or just drive off and forget about the steak.
Stop.
Once you arrive from work, pop up the hood and take
Stop.
it out.
What's next? CPU steak? Why did he put it in his car?
Dinner times. You gotta be careful with this one. It's hot. It's real hot. Ooh, my nephew almost burned his hand right there. Make sure you use some protective gloves. Unwrap the steak, and to my
Oh my
surprise,
God.
it's cooked. It looks like
No! Ew! What is that? What is that?
it's cooked nicely. But once I flip
This
the
is
steak,
not
oh,
cooked. Did he just say cook nicely? Oh god. Oh god, look at that. Band-aids, look at that. What is this steak? What is it?
boy, we forgot to flip the steak in the car. It was just sitting there the
Ew.
same way and it was never flipped.
No,
Well,
do not
lesson
eat
learned.
it.
As I slice the steak, you can see that one side is still raw. But we gotta give it a try and see how it tastes. It's terrible. I can taste some weird. There's a funny taste to it. This is definitely
Of course,
a
'cause you
horrible way
cooked
to
it
cook
in
a
your
steak.
car.
A salt crust steak. Unlike the other steaks, I only season it
thank
with
God
garlic
we've
powder
gone
and
back
freshly
to
ground
normal.
black pepper. For this method, you want to use the right kind of
It's
salt.
an
This
emergency
is
roadside snack, I guess. So you're just gonna throw your steak. So you have a steak in your car, and you're like, oh yeah, let me just go and throw it in the hood of my car so I can cook a steak and eat it later. You're gonna really do that? You're gonna really waste a perfectly good steak? Bruh.
coarse salt. If you use fine table
You're gonna
salt,
waste
this
a
will not work.
perfectly good
For one
steak.
steak, I had to use 2 bottles. After adding it to the bowl, just add a little bit of water.
I've seen this
will make the
before.
salt
You know that
pliable.
one other steak guy, that one guy who has like who gives off dad vibes? He makes like salt salt crusted steaks. I think it's gonna turn out like that.
This is the texture you're looking for. It needs to be moldable. Start off by making a bed so your steak can lie on it. Then cover the whole thing with salt. The only thing that you need to be careful with is to make sure that you're covering every single piece. I'm setting up my grill to indirect heat at 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Is it gonna taste really salty?
As a kiln, protecting and baking the steak. And one of the funny things that happen with this method is that the steak only absorbs the right amount of salt. The only issue with this method is that you don't have a lot of control. You're basically guessing when the steak will be ready. I gave it 20 minutes. Break up the salt crust and remove all of it. The meat already absorbed the right amount of salt. Once I wiped it all out, it was ready for the sear. Sear it hot and fast.
Okay, bro, just gonna sear everything. He missed the point. The point was to eat it with the salt type. No.
The salt crust steak. Because you're guessing the time that it will take to cook the steak, it is not an ideal way to do it.
Okay.
Unless you break the crust and take the temperature as it's cooking. But for this steak, I didn't. And it's a little bit overcooked. This method works, but if you ask me, I'd rather save money and buy more steak instead of buying more salt. The chicken fried steak. Season the steak well with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Grab your flour and also season it well. I'm using my barbecue rub. If you want the recipe, it will be on the description. The secret of a great chicken fried steak is to season everything well.
I like
For today,
chicken
I'm using
fried
panko
steak.
breadcrumbs. And I did the same thing. I seasoned it well with my barbecue rub.
Right?
Then you want to coat your steak nicely in the egg wash. Take it to the flour.
This
Make sure
is
it's
a
coated
completely
well. Bring it back
normal
to
way
the
to
egg
make
wash
steak.
and finish it off with the panko breadcrumbs. Add your cast iron to the heat and fill it up with canola oil.
Brother, 90% of these are not preferable ways to cook a steak. I know.
Get oil to 300 degrees Fahrenheit and add your steak. Since this steak is an inch thick, the crust will brown faster than it's cooked.
Oh my
so once
god,
the crust has
that
a browning
looks so
that you're
good.
happy with,
but
as
it's
you can see,
burnt
this one is
in
gorgeous.
oil, so it's
Remove
another
it from the
cholesterol
oil and
steak.
put it in your oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 5
cholesterol
minutes.
steak.
That will give you a perfectly cooked chicken fried steak. And there you have it, the chicken fried steak. Oh yes. Perfectly medium rare.
Looks
I'm
delicious.
going to tell you right now, this is an amazing steak. As expected, extremely juicy and tender. But most important, that crust is incredible. The breadcrumbs combination with the steak is just amazing.
Oh my
this
god,
is
that
heaven
looks
on a
good.
plate. It's a wonderful way to cook a steak. And I don't think there's anyone on earth that would not like this. So give it a shot. The clothing iron steak.
No need to
Get
always
your iron
eat
and
healthy.
set it to the highest setting. Do not.
What the fuck? Oh, stop. Oh, stop. Not the clothing iron. First it was the car, now you're throwing me off with the clothing iron. The iron steak. At least he seasoned it. At least he seasoned the steak. You can forgive him, right? He seasoned it. He seasoned the steak.
Add water to the steamer. You don't want to steam your steak. After seasoning the steak,
gonna iron the
steak. Just press it down
and let
it cook.
Ruin a perfectly good
both sides,
iron.
So make sure you flip.
To
once you
make
use your clothing iron once for cooking a steak, you can never iron your clothes with it ever again. From that day on, it will be the meat iron, no longer clothing iron.
Shot.
And
he just ironed the steak.
It works. It does the job. And there you have it. As I slice it open, it is perfectly cooked. And it has a nice crust
no way!
too. Just like the dishwasher, this was a surprise.
Why is bro?
It tasted juicy, tender.
Bro's gonna
it's good.
steam
it works.
a steak
The microwave
next.
steak. After putting on a safe microwavable.
Oh hell no! I thought this couldn't get worse, but it is. It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
Put in your steak and set it to cook for 5 minutes.
Oh, that is a dirt, bro. Bro needs to clean his microwave. I'm
After
sorry.
Putting in a safe microwavable plate, put in your steak and
look at the condition of that. Look at all that dirt. Clean your microwave, sir. Chat, when was the last time you cleaned your microwave? Hell no. Anyways, still, hell no. Why would you microwave a steak?
Set it to cook for 5 minutes in the highest setting. And make sure you take an Instagram picture for it. After 5 minutes, 125 was reached and it was ready. And there you have it, the microwave steak.
It looks so dry.
As you can see, extremely appealing, isn't it? As I'm slicing up the steaks and I look at it, it looks pretty good. It's perfectly cooked to medium rare in the middle. Obviously, there's no crust. It is extremely juicy and it feels very tender. And as soon as I take a bite, oh yeah, that's not good. This is a horrible way to cook a steak. It's still edible, and if you have no other option, this is okay.
Let me guess, he's gonna. I knew it. He was gonna bring the pan.
We can also save the steak by throwing in some butter and getting a beautiful
He put
crust.
it in the pan.
Once that's done, now you can see what it looks like.
This is so
and you would never
crazy.
thought that this was microwaved first.
Microwaved
As a slice of steak, it's a little bit
steak.
overcooked, but let me tell you, this crust is incredible, and it tastes phenomenal. It's very juicy,
Phenomenal.
super buttery, and it was an amazing dinner for me and my family members.
Butter.
No one could
butter
tell that it was
steak.
microwaved first. As you can see, this part
Bruh.
is perfectly medium rare. The steamed steak. Add a bunch of
Oh
other
no, he's gonna steam the steak now, not the steam. I'm just face palming IRL like, oh my god. I've seen cursed things on the internet before, but not as cursed as this freaking video.
to your pot. Bring
This
it
is
to boil in your
cursed.
steamer. Steam it for 8 minutes. As you can see, this is not a
Oh
pretty
shit,
steak.
what the hell is that? What is that? What is that? Band-Aids, what is that?
It just looks horrible.
Oh,
very
God.
unappetizing. And as I slice it open, just as bad. This is one
Oh,
of those
God.
steaks that I had a hard time.
Let's get the flamethrower real quick. Let's
Give it a
get the
try. And even my
flamethrower.
other family members did not want to try it either, but I did it anyway. And it's flavorless. It seems like
Yeah,
all the
of course,
seasoning
'cause you
washed out.
steamed
Very
it.
similar to the boiled steak. Cooking a steak this way should just be illegal. This is just terrible. Or maybe we can
Oh,
fix it by putting
God.
crust on it. I'm using this culinary torch, which did the job. Once I sliced it
Of
open
course,
and tried
you
the
bring
other
in the
side, to my surprise, it did not fix it. I think this is
I'm
the only
so
method
appalled.
that it's unsavable. There's no beefy flavor.
I'm
It seems
so
like everything
appalled.
is watered down. It's a terrible
What's
way
next? Is he gonna punch the hell out of the steak?
to cook a steak. The reverse seared steak. Once you add the
Reverse
charcoal to
seared?
your grill, take
What
the
is
heat
that?
to
Oh, this is gonna be
250
good.
degrees
This is a good
Fahrenheit.
one.
Set in your steak and cook it
Uh-huh.
in indirect heat. Once the temperature of 125 degrees
Oh,
Fahrenheit
look
was
at that.
reached,
It's looking
it is time
juicy.
to sear it. As you can see, this steak is red. That is a sign that it was smoked, which gives a wonderful flavor. Next, be
Yeah,
sure
it's
to
gonna
keep
have some
flipping as many
flavor.
times as necessary. Do not leave it unattended.
This
Once you
is
are
gonna
happy
be
with the
good.
color, it is done. As soon as you slice the steak, you tell me. This is phenomenal.
This
One of the
is
most
phenomenal.
amazing ways to cook a steak on a grill. Because the steak was slow cooked before, it really
It's
has a
so
pronounced
juicy.
charcoal flavor. It seems that even
It
the
looks flavorful. Look at that bite. I want that bite so badly.
seasoning is better pronounced. That is a reverse
It's one of his
seared
favorite
steak.
methods.
And it is
reverse
delicious.
seared.
The salt
I
block
see.
steak. The one thing you want to remember with a salt block is that you want to heat it slowly. Do it as I tell you, not as I do. I previously cooked with salt block before, and I brought it to temperature nice and slow. Now I've always heard that salt block explode, but I
What
never
happened?
experienced it until today. Now I thought my camera was recording when this exploded, but unfortunately it
God.
wasn't. But this is the end result. But once you bring it up to temperature, season your steak with anything you want but salt. You're cooking on a salt block, dude. Add in your steak and let it cook. And like always, keep flipping it until you get a nice crust.
method
The
looks good.
disadvantage of a salt block is that it cooks it unevenly. And there you have it, the salt block steak. It's perfectly cooked. It tastes good, but believe it or not, it's missing salt. It needs a little bit of salt. You would think
Wow,
because
you you would think the salt block would have salt, but it doesn't have salt. What?
cooked on a salt block, it will be very salty, but it's not. This method works, but again, just make
Wow.
sure you don't have an exploding salt bomb.
What's next?
To skewer
Lava?
steak, you definitely don't want to use this kind. This is more for like
Skewer?
ground beef. This is good for like small pieces, but not a steak. For a steak, you want to use this kind. This will allow you to flip
Oh.
the steaks very easily as it's cooking and cook them over charcoal. One of the great things
Ooh.
about this method is that you can easily flip them without any
Flippy
hassle.
steak.
You can take it to direct heat.
This is how
to
I cook in
indirect heat,
Minecraft.
extremely easy.
For
This method
sure.
is very popular in Brazil and many other countries. And if you're thinking that because you
This
put a
looks
hole
good.
on the steak,
This
you will
is
be
a
dry,
valid
you are
way to cook a
incorrect.
steak.
This method works great and it has been used for thousands of years. As I slice the steak, you can
Damn.
tell how juicy it is. The toaster oven steak.
Oh, stop
Slice your-
it. Stop it. Why you bring the cursed one right after the good ones? I don't think a toaster oven snake
Thin, so it
steak
can
would be
fit
good.
inside of the toaster oven. Season it well with salt,
Toaster
pepper,
oven
and garlic
steak.
powder. Remove the bottom part of your toaster. If not, juices would just make a mess. Add
Oh,
the steaks
bro.
and put it to the highest setting. Run it through 3 cycles.
Bro!
The cool thing about this method is that you can see what's
Why?
happening, and it looks like it's working. To my surprise, this is the toaster oven steak. I mean,
Oh, look at how dry that is. Look at the dry. This is the driest of the Saharas, bro.
Honestly, what can I tell you? It's
What's
not
next?
cooked
Cloth
evenly.
dryer
There's
steak?
no crust. It was looking great inside of the toaster, but I mean, it did cook the steak. This is just a mess.
We are
When
dead
tasting it, it
ass.
tastes horrible. Not good. Don't try this at home.
Are we
this
dead
is a terrible
ass?
way to cook a steak. The wine steak. Add a full bottle of wine to your cast iron and bring it to a boil.
Wine
Throw in
steak.
your seasoned steak and let it cook for 15 minutes.
This one makes
I must warn you,
sense.
your entire house will smell like wine. If you're not careful, the wine flavor will infuse into your walls, and it will be hard to remove the smell of wine from your house. As the steak were cooking, I literally had to walk out. Now don't get me wrong, I love a smell of wine, but as it's cooking, it is just horrible. And there you have it, the wine steak.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. What is that? What is that? The French steak. This is the French steak. Ew. It looks like a smoker's lung. It's cancer.
As you can see, there's no crust. It's basically a boiled steak in wine. Actually, that's literally what it is.
This is sad.
And as I'm trying it, the steak is... it's terrible. I can tell you right now,
It's
this is the
overpowered
worst
by
way
the
to cook a
wine.
steak. There's no flavor of meat. There's no flavor of wine. Just horrible. Out of all the methods I tried, this was the worst. The sous vide steak. Season it well with salt, pepper, and garlic powder.
Hey, yo,
Once
didn't
that's
we
done,
sous vide in the dishwasher? We sous vide in the dishwasher first.
vacuum
Oh
sealed.
my
Heat up
God.
your circulator to 131 degrees Fahrenheit. Cook it for 2.5 hours. Once that's done,
Ooh.
remove it from the bag
Water
and give it a
steak.
sear. There's many methods, but today I
Bro, seared it anyways. What's the point of sous videing it and then searing it?
choose this one. Once perfectly seared, slice it up, and there
wait,
you
that
have
does look good,
perfectly
though.
cooked steak. Sous vide will give you the most consistent steak every time.
Water
this
steak.
is a wonderful steak, and if you have never tried it, you should. There we have it. Almost every way to cook
And that is almost every way to cook a steak. How did you like it? Who the fuck did this shit, bro? Why would you do that? Why would you do that to a steak? I've never seen more steaks ruined today than that video.